SyToX Journal, May 5th, 2023. Homeless man's piss soaking in a sidewalk. These pixels are afraid of me. I've seen their true face. The comments are extended gutters, and the gutters are full of bots. And when the drains finally scab over, all the vermin will drown. The accumulated filth of all their spam and phishing will foam up around their waists. And all the scammers and cheaters will look up and shout, "Save us." And I'll whisper, "Subscribe."
Alright, there's no way I can do a whole video with that voice. But jokes aside, this game really does feel like a combination of playing Rorschach in a Deus Ex kind of world. So, what is Shadow of Doubts? It's a procedurally generated detective simulation with voxel graphics, if you can't already tell. You start the game as an ex-detective. You wake up in your apartment, which acts as a mini tutorial. You can interact with lots of stuff, read all sorts of paperwork, hack computers, scan for fingerprints, interrogate people, and a bunch of other shit. But, for what purpose? Well, I'm glad you asked, Mr. Random Voice inside my head. The simple answer is to solve murders. That's what the game mainly revolves around. Murders get randomly generated in the game. You go to the crime scene, collect evidence, and try to catch the killer. Apart from that, you have lots of other side jobs where you do, well, morally questionable things for other people. So, let's go through the little intro and see what it's all about. The whole thing kicks off with a phone call, which distracts the player while somebody slides a note under your door. We're asked to find a missing person. Naturally, since I'm not a zoomer, my 90s kid instincts kick in, and the first thing I grab is the ancient tome of knowledge known as the city directory. So I look the guy up, turn on Google Maps, get my detective gear, and head over to his place. I get there, check the old key under the mat trick, and boom, we're in. And he's dead. Better lock the door. Don't want to get caught fucking a dead, diligently investigating a murder. So now we get down to business. We collect prints, notes, check the trash for my will to live, scan for prints, ID the Vic, steal, collect the contents of their wallet and safe. Our little board of clues is starting to look like me when I'm trying to explain to people why Testament isn't as bad as they think. Again, growing up with the lost technology known as the house phone, I naturally look up the last caller to see if it might be the perp. But our Sherlock Holmes-like investigation has been cut short by some goons, and we make our heroic escape through the vents like a rat. And this is my first actual gripe with the game. The vent system is pretty annoying. You move too slow, and the whole system just doesn't make sense. Instead of following a pattern, each apartment gets a different access route, which might be nice for replayability, but it sucks balls if you're playing by intuition. But at least you get a map. Obviously, the first thing to do after escaping a kill squad is to go do some paperwork. This is the main form through which you will submit your solved cases. As it always is with detective movies, there has to be a diner involved. Getting information out of people in this game is like pulling teeth. Since the keypad is in plain sight, I gotta figure a different approach, which reminds me of how Deus Ex gave you multiple routes to any objective. Now you get introduced to a key method of gathering data, which is hacking computers, or as the game calls them, crunchers. The game does take a huge risk with the way data is collected. Since we live in the age of brain rot and TikTok, sifting through random paperwork and pixelated CCTV footage might be too big of an ask for a lot of the younger players. But for me, it's a lot of fun, especially when you eventually find that piece of information that gets you a bit closer to cracking the case. While we're here, we might as well steal some money. Hey, if Rorschach can steal beans from Night Owl, I can steal a couple of bucks to buy some more socks. Alright, now we have a face and a name. We used the old directory trick to find the address of the face. The thick plottens when we inform Kiara that her friend is kaput. Staying in the morally ambiguous Rorschach character, I take advantage of the friend's disheveled state of mind to enter her apartment and, of course, rob her blind. As one naturally does in these situations. I steal the key on my way out because I'm definitely not getting another invitation once she realizes her cocaine money is gone. Sync upgrades are another feature inspired by Deus Ex. It literally works the same. You get a sync disc, which you take to a sync clinic, and you choose between two similar abilities, which you can also upgrade with syringes. Also, tell me they didn't steal this upgrade sound directly from the movie Annihilation. Here's the game sound. And now, here's the one from the movie. You can also buy extra syncs, like this beauty one, which in my opinion is a must, because it boosts your chances of getting info out of people, which is a pain in the ass by default. Now we gotta find Violet Diaz. Same old method, book, Google Maps, show up at their door begging for heroin. Okay, obviously she's not gonna incriminate herself, so we gotta find a different way. To the vents. Now, if you do fuck up the sneaking part, you're gonna have to throw down. Unfortunately, while my Bruce Lee-like skills are too much for them to handle, they found my only weakness: automated laser-guided turrets. So I die, and then GTA style wake up in a hospital. But, me being European, I'm not used to paying medical bills directly, so we're gonna skip that part. And we're gonna use this bucket as a makeshift lockpick to open up this window. But, let's load the game and try again. Now, when I took this job, the last thing I thought would happen to me is being stuck in a closet reading corporate documents while two murderers are having a lover's quarrel in the same room. But I eventually get discovered again. Third time's the charm. Drop down, turn off light, go through door, dodge crazy bitch, steal a gun, steal wallet and key, show myself out, easy peasy. Now, since I've gathered enough evidence, I have to arrest her. So, I gotta wait her out, and while I wait, I can show you another thing in the game, which are these switch boxes, which you can use to turn off the security system, the lights, close the shutters to give yourself some privacy, and then... I eat a hot dog, throw it in the elevator, as one does. After some waiting, the bitch finally leaves her lair. I cautiously follow her down the stairs, since NPCs can't use elevators, and she's drunk as a skunk, it seems. Okay. You got it, just a couple of more floors. Following her reveals that she tries to kill Kiara as well, which is pretty hilarious. Since I stole her gun, she has to do it the old-fashioned way. But I feel a bit bad for robbing her earlier, so I'm gonna load and save her ass by arresting this bitch. We gather the final piece of evidence, which are her fingerprints, and as you can see in this magnificently put together array of clues...
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Now, I just gotta head over to the city hall and turn in my paperwork. Pick the killer, she's under arrest, fingerprints place her at the scene of the crime. This is her address, this is the murder weapon, and boom. Solved, easy peasy.
Gotcha, bitch!
Gotta get that sweet social credit and some coin. Back at our original apartment, we found that we've been evicted since we're a lowlife that can't pay rent. Must be all that karma for throwing that hot dog. Okay, gotta find Beth Gallagher so she can hook me up with a cool new place. So here we are. And
Please don't tell anyone how I live.
now, I could end the video there, But I want to show you another side job because I like how gathering info works in this game. First, I lock up my crack house. We don't want anyone stealing our cockroaches. Next, we go to one of the notice boards to find a job. There are some interesting sounding ones, but since I don't want to suck dick for money, I'll opt for this one, although it doesn't sound any less porny. Call the number, run to the designated payphone.
Get to the payphone next to the news kiosk in Wall Street Station by 10:20, or the number 3 train and its passengers vaporize.
Pick up the briefcase. Get the details. Toss the paper trail, just in case. Okay, so this is where the tricky part comes in. We have to track this person down, but we only know where they work and the first name of their partner. So, how do we go about doing this? First, we buy a camera. You can steal these, but as we've established, I'm a morally perfect character and would never resort to nefarious acts to achieve a goal. Next, we look up the address of the business. Now comes the intel gathering part. I rummage through the office like a cute little trash panda, carefully dodging the camera. I sabotage it just in case. Now, we know nothing about this business, so I use the code breaker to find the admin password, so we can say those sweet, illustrious words. I'm in. And then she says, "Are you? I don't feel anything," which is an unrelated topic. Let's move on. So, now I go through the employee database, printing out each file. Now that we have the names, how do we figure out who's the right person? Well, since the other office is occupied, my first instinct is to call this guy's number and see if I get lucky. Maybe his wife answers the phone with, "Hello, Daisy speaking," but alas, no such luck. Okay, back to the office. Check the employee files. They all work until 5 p.m, so I assume that's when they close up shop and I can sneak in and scoop up more info. So we wait. And while we do, another murder happens. But fuck that, I've got shit to do, people to stalk, pictures to take. Okay, shift's over, doors locked, hop in the vents, pop out, and somebody turned the camera back on. Also, seems like the office isn't empty. This Terminator bitch is patrolling the office. I follow her into the other office, and I assumed she'd stay in the room for a second, but...
Go!
Fuck. Attempt number 2. Look at this bitch, pretending she didn't just make me 2 new assholes a minute ago. Okay, back in the vent, don't let the assassin bitch see me, learn from mistakes, turn off all cameras, sneak into office. Try not to get caught by the Terminator. Okay, back to hacking UNATCO. I have to get all the employee personal info. Fuck, not again. Fuck. Phew. Okay, get all the info, pop into the vent, and get the fuck out. Now that we have all this info, what do we do with it? Simple. Like a fucking Jehovah's Witness, we go door to door. If we get lucky, their partner will answer the door. We can ask them about the person we already know is living there as proof that they're bumping uglies. But this bitch's name isn't Daisy, so we keep searching, 1 down. Same trick with the directory, but this time wrong person answers the door. Now what? I simply bribe the guy to let me into his own house. This is perfectly normal, we've all been there. But this guy is a forever alone, so I nope the fuck out before he tries to show me his figurine collection. This time the partner answers the door, so I bribe her to give me her own name, obviously. It's not Daisy, so I storm out like an autistic Batman. So that leaves only one person, and wouldn't you know it, it's the assassin bitch. I knew she was a lesbian. Track her down, Partner opens the door and boom, it's Daisy. She lets me take a look around. Now, think about this. This woman blasted the shit out of me for being in her office. How do you think she'll react when she's half naked in her own home and the same douchebag is in her bedroom and snaps a photo of her? Fuck. Ah, fuck. I forgot to save the photo. Hey lady, no hard feelings, right? Yoink. Okay, now we head off to the drop point, slide that shit under, and we get paid? That, ladies and you know what, let's not kid ourselves, no woman ever has watched one of these videos. That, gentlemen, is Shadows of Doubt. Pretty cool game. Now, this is early access, so the game is pretty rough around the edges. The optimization is pretty janky, lots of frame drops. They have this weird chunk loading issue which breaks the immersion a lot. Sometimes you kind of fall through the level when it doesn't load fast enough, but seeing as it's early access, they'll probably work on these issues. I'd like to see more complexity though, like dumpster diving for info, like in the movie Hackers, but for now, whenever I search a dumpster, I get nothing. Possibly more in-depth computer stuff, better AI, more vendors, weapons, more job variety. This game has a lot of potential, and I hope the devs come through in the near future with some more cool features. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.